My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. The burning, itching, the pain.
Emerge Tremfyant. With Tremfya, most people saw 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. The majority of people saw 90% clearer skin even at 5 years.
Serious allergic reactions may occur. Tremfya may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, or if you had a vaccine or plan to.
Emerge Tremfyant. With Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Find out what's the missing one. This one is called Paprika. Wait, did we have another paprika dye of the day? And then this one actually came all nice and wrapped up. I wish the other one did. Which it's been kind of a funny experience because Amazon sometimes, like for these dyes, they've been sending them, like several of them together in boxes. And sometimes they've just been sending like one dye in an envelope. And I'm like, I feel like every time I've gotten them packaged that way and they have not been busted, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like shocked. So the other one that survived from the Adore brand is called Orange Blaze, which I feel like I really loved the color of the Adore dye that we did. I feel like, honestly, I'm trying to even remember now which ones I didn't like. I feel like the ones I didn't like were the box dye ones because they were like a little bit more unpredictable. Like that's the thing that I also am not crazy about with box dye is it like develops, you know, whereas like this you literally take a scoop and you can see immediately like kind of what the color is going to be, whereas I remember like the box dye, like we put it on and it looked kind of like a clear gloss and it has to like develop over time, and oh my gosh. So Lunar Tides, did I just get one? No. Okay, it looks like I got two, but I don't think either of these are UV reactive. I guess not. No. See? Oh, okay, no, maybe I do have another one. Two from Lunar Tides. I don't remember if we had any Lunar Tides in the blue dye or not. Once again, it was kind of an interesting experience because some of these brands had more orange shades to choose from, but for whatever reason, some of the orange shades, or like some of the shades whatsoever, were available for Prime. Some, like, it was the same price as the other dyes, but you'd have to pay like $8 shipping, and it couldn't have been here till like the end of October. And so basically, like, there were other dyes that I would have gotten from these same brands to like compare, but it just, I don't know, it didn't work out as much. So Lunar Tides, vegan and cruelty free. So we have this one in the shade Solar Flare, which sounds like it should glow, but I don't think it does. And then we have this one, which is called Neon Tangerine, which maybe I should have shown you guys like the bases. Look at that, so different, yet both orange. All right, what is up next? Oh yeah, this is like a brand that I feel like used to be huge, like back in the old school, like YouTube Tumblr days. Correct me if I'm wrong. Am I like not remembering how this used to be like a thing on Tumblr? Bleach London. So I'm glad I finally am getting to try a product from them. This was like on page 8 of Amazon, you guys. I scrolled through every page of orange hair dye because I wanted to try and get like really, you know, I don't know, like really talked about brand, or any of these really talked about brands. Yes, like Manic Panic, you know, I feel like everybody knows Manic Panic. And then I wanted to get like some stuff that I have literally never heard of. But yeah, I'm kind of shocked that this was like so far back in Amazon, because like I'm attempting to say, I feel like this used to be like a super big deal. So Tangerine Dream, the only thing I thought is that this bottle was going to be a lot bigger, not like we need a larger bottle. But yeah, I don't know, from the picture or something, I just thought it was going to be bigger. So I was like a little bit surprised when this cute little bottle came in the mail. I also think that was like kind of one of the more expensive ones. I think that was like $17. Although I'm just like looking at the packaging and like, is it the same? Because doesn't this look like you get more than in here? Or am I just making that up? Is it the same? So this is actually more, 5 fluid ounces, 4 fluid ounces. You guys. Maybe I have no like depth perception or something, I don't know. All right, let me go ahead and show you guys the 2 Manic Panic dyes. So this is called Psychedelic Sunset and Electric Tiger Lily. Now both of them say neon, but neither of them say UV, but look at that. So those look pretty similar. and also a little bit ketchupy to me for some reason. Okay, Raw hair dye. So the brand is Raw, and this is also in the shade Flame. Very curious because it looks like, and I remember as I was shopping for these too, like a lot of dyes across different brands, they had the same name, but they looked pretty different. Like I feel like the other Flame or Flaming, I don't remember what it was called. It looked really different than what this one was supposed to be. So we shall see. Another Kiss product, Kiss Express Semi-Permanent in Orange Marmalade. I like this packaging. I feel like it looks really cute. Doesn't this just look inviting? Like, try me. Up next is another one that says Neon, Electric and Intense. Now, I swear another one maybe looked like it was gonna be UV light reactive, but maybe it's not this one. So this is, I feel like this is the one that like Amazon had like #1. It was almost like an ad that maybe the brand was running to get their product at the top of all the other hair dyes. So here we are, VR. I don't know, vanish what you have, reveal what you want. What does any of this mean? Like, do they mean like if you have gray hair or something? I don't know. All right, 2 of them that I feel like this was a really fun concept last time, which is called Wella Color Charm Paints. And they look like these little, like, you know, they look like little tubes of artist paint, because that's like what they're supposed to be like. So one of these I think is just called Plain Orange. Yeah, but look at this. This looks like so light compared to any other orange we've seen today, I feel like. And then this one is called Blood Orange. Ooh, fun. This one, very interesting brand. Now the box looks very, I don't know, you guys. Something has happened to this box and it also doesn't say new on it, but I don't know. I guess we'll keep this one. It's called Bold Colors. I think that this one is like one of the, Tints of Nature, Simply Healthier hair color. So yeah, I'm gonna try and like do some more research and stuff about these different dyes. So I have like some little info and quips to tell you guys when I actually do the video. This is just kind of like a speed run haul. But yeah, I feel like this one was like around $10 and I think it was like advertised as like one of the more natural options. All right, Lime Crime Unicorn Hair. I honestly did not know that they offered a orange shade, but I was so shocked that it came up. So this is the shade Cutie. Oh, Chroma Silk Vivids. Quite apparently, I also got 2 of these, which that was also like interesting. Some of them were still available on Amazon Prime with free shipping, but they came from like other, like it was not shipped from Amazon, if that makes sense, because this one is all wrapped up from Larkin something? I don't know. So this is Pravana Chroma Silk Vivid Orange, and I'm trying to be able to show you guys the box more, but this does not want to come unwrapped. So there's that one, and then this one says Neon Orange, but I'm still trying to see. I really thought that there was going to be another one that was going to glow now. Maybe it's this one. I don't know. Okay, this is a brand. Well, this is not a brand I've never heard of, but it just looked interesting. And once again, it was like on the last page. And this said it was like yellow orange, but it's called Aveda Full Spectrum Deep. Oh my gosh.
From the very first touch, Pampers, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand, helps keep baby's skin drier and healthier, so every touch will protect like the first. Pampers.
Okay, so this is for darker shades of hair. I guess that's what full spectrum deep means, but I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see what this is gonna look like on platinum blonde hair. Okay, last is, this looks really interesting. You guys, this literally looks homemade. Made in the USA. How interesting. Pure Blends. Look at this. This really looks like completely homemade. That is so interesting. That'll be interesting to try. I'm trying to open this up. Whew. Okay, Pure Blends was a pure struggle to open the box. I don't even know why. It's like not, it wasn't even taped closed or anything. I just suddenly can't open a box. Okay, so this is really fascinating. Okay, first of all, maybe we had a little leakage, but look, they wrapped it so good that I feel like it's totally fine. Tinted orange, Pure Blends direct pigment for professional use only. Isn't it great that it's in my hands? I am certainly no professional. And then the last thing, you guys, literally, how did I do this? How did I do? Probably because I do everything at 3 and 4 in the morning. I accidentally bought, which I thought it was funny that there was like a dog on the box. Somehow I did not notice pet hair dye. I guess this is like hair dye for animals. So this is certainly gonna be interesting to see how it turns out on human hair. But yeah, for professional use only, Crazy Liberty. Have you guys heard this? Crazy Liberty pet hair dye for animals. There we go. So what more can I say? So that is it. Those are all the dyes that I have somewhere. Hopefully I have kept count in the screen here, and I can see, I know, like I said, I know I'm missing one that I ordered because it's busted and we just have been keeping it in the yard outside. But I think I can still, like, even though it's like leaking, I think I can still get like a strand full. So I think I'm just gonna like use it versus trying to like swap it out and everything. So yeah, let me know if you guys think I'm being like silly about the used hair, or if maybe that would like bug you too. That's the only thing like I don't like, is I feel like over the past couple of years, I have gotten more items from Amazon that were supposed to be new that in fact were used already. And like, I mean, I feel like most people like probably just prefer like, anyway, let me know if you guys are excited for this video. I hope you are. Now I'm gonna start like filming all the b-roll for everything and trying to get some really cool like product shots, and then I'm gonna wash the wig, section out the wig. It's like a whole process. Let me know if you've tried any of these brands, if you've dyed your hair with any of these colors. I would love to know, as usual, all you guys' thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. If you're not already and you'd like to be, hit the button down below, subscribe, and become a member of the Banana Pepper Squad today. And until I see you guys again, which is gonna be very, very soon, stay happy, stay healthy, stay sassy, stay banana peppery. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll be back again very, very soon. Bye!
お兄ちゃんにはニーニーって呼んでんのよ。これもロリ類だった時なんだけど、彼女がさ、お家とかに来た時はさ、めちゃくちゃ邪魔してやったドアのところにさ、へばりついてさ、耳をさ、何話してるかなーって見てさ、ちょっと静かになったらガチャッ、ニーニーこれ食べていいってちっちゃい頃はね、スラコンだったのかもしれない。私のやんちゃ時代は、まあ、お兄ちゃんがシスコンになっててルイちゃんルイちゃんルイちゃんルイちゃんみたいな感じのね、立場が逆転しておりました。そうだから私がホームステイとかに行った時も空港でさ、もう大泣きしててたった1ヶ月なのにさ、ぬいぐるみをさ、これニーニーだと思って毎日一緒に寝ろよとか言ってさ、気持ち悪いこと言ってさ、渡してきてさクソ邪魔だなと思いながら、でけんだよぬいぐるみと思ってさ、抱いて寝ることはなかった。もうニーニーだと思ってって言われたらさ、これニーニーかと思ってさ、ニーニーなんだったらちょっと抱きつけないなと思ってさ、枕元に置いてきました
So let's check out Allie Beth Stuckey's response to that video that we just saw. That video that you saw was him. Well, one more again. Let's just do it one more time. One more time. Okay. Bear with me. Is it this one? It is this one. The beauty of girlhood. Okay.
I was getting was like, oh, this girl thinks it's all about makeup, thinks it's like womanhood is all about wearing dresses. Because I didn't know anything else. I hadn't had an opportunity, babe.
Give me a minute.
Give me a year.
A year? A year? That's cap. Come on. Try 27. I mean, I'm 27. I'm sure we got some 30-year-old women up in here. But I'm actually looking for another tab. My tabs are really full. It's the first time I'm doing a show with this many notes, so bear with me. I'm trying to show you guys the original video that we took a peek at. I believe.
See these lines here? That's somebody's random.
File too big.
What?
I know I can still be a performer. I know that I can have a family. I want to be a mom one day, and I absolutely can. And that's why the narrative still has a long way to go, because when I was grieving Boy Dylan, I didn't know those things were even accessible to me. Now I know I can find.
Right. Okay, so that is the clip that Allie Beth Stuckey is responding to in the following tweet that I have prepared for you guys. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio stays. Put a 2 in the chat if the audio disappears. This is Allie Beth Stuckey's take. Boom, baby. I want to be a mother one day, and I absolutely can. No, you cannot. You can buy all the eggs, rent all the wombs, and wear all the makeup you want, but you cannot be a mother, and that's okay. Accept who you are, and don't try to be something that you can't. Right? Don't try to be something that you can't. It's okay. It's not fun. But you'll be okay. But, you know, that is a testimony to the darkness of surrogacy. And for a long time, I didn't understand why I was so uncomfortable with surrogacy. As a young girl, I heard about this concept. I thought, well, you know, some people can't have kids. You know, it's fine. They need a little extra help. But then I got older, and I started to realize, like, power dynamics. Because liberals, progressivists, leftists love to talk about power dynamics and who has it, who doesn't, who's taking advantage of who. Well, if you can afford a surrogate, my assumption would be that you are relatively wealthy, relatively financially stable, but you are not likely to be renting out a rich woman's womb. You would likely be renting out, as the person with more economic power, you would be renting out a woman from a lower socioeconomic status's womb. That's what would be happening. And it gets to some really confusing questions, like if you believe that children have a fundamental right to a mother and a father, that's a very Christian perspective. That's Allie Beth Stuckey's perspective, which would indicate that there are people that do not believe that, you know, two same-sex parents can have a child. Again, I'm still on the fence. I'm still trying to sort this out, what I really think, my stance on that, because then there's this added perspective. Well, is it better to have them in foster care or to have them in a loving home with two parents, even if they're the same sex? I don't have all the answers right now, but again, like, surrogacy gets really sticky in that way. And if you've ever seen the surrogacy pictures, the birth announcement pictures, they're really rude. I'm gonna see if I can find one for you guys right now. Surrogacy newborn pictures. Like, my goodness, they're doing everything to get rid of women to basically make an artificial womb. It's an absolute nightmare. And we're just gonna continue to pretend that it's okay. Pregnancy announcement. Surrogacy. Birth announcement. Baby announcement. Okay. Let's see here. I'm working on it, guys. All right. So a couple of times, I'll just describe to you some of the disturbing pictures I've seen with surrogacy announcements. Some pictures that I've seen will have the two male parents up front with the female surrogate in the back. Right? That's not weird. That doesn't seem rude at all. This couldn't possibly be, an abuse of a human right there. However, I do believe these women are consenting to it. Why on God's green earth would you? I don't really know. I think if I was in a position that I had a barren sister, I might be open to helping her out if that was something that I encountered in my life. But otherwise, it's really pretentious that these really wealthy men can just go and rent another woman's womb. And to make matters worse, a lot of these upper class society celebrities and women who want to have a surrogate, sometimes it's not because they can't get pregnant. So one of the things that came up with Priyanka Chopra, her fertile window, right? She's older. She's married to Nick Jonas, right? So let's see here. I'm working on it, guys. She doesn't have any fertility issues that are preventing her from getting pregnant. However, their schedules didn't line up. So they went and they got a surrogate. So you want to be a mother, but you don't want to put your work schedule on pause at all just when you're ovulating. Again.
Working with metal? Then you've come to the right place. Because at Harbor Freight, we carry all the quality tools and products you'll ever need to complete your project at prices that won't break the bank. From grinding and cutting tools to top-rated safety equipment to the widest variety of welders you'll find anywhere.
Again, I would ask you guys to continue to question surrogacy because it gets really sticky. Candace Owens just dropped a documentary on surrogacy, which go down the rabbit hole. Go down the rabbit hole. Here we have a direct quote. I will put it in the chat for you guys and I'll put it on there. Supposedly this is a source, right? This is a source. So the source says this about Priyanka. Okay. She doesn't have any fertility issues preventing her from having a baby, but she is 39 now, so it's not getting any easier. Their busy work schedules also mean that it is difficult for them to physically be together and conceive when she is ovulating. So some time ago, they went down the surrogacy route. I'm gonna just go ahead and call that an L. Sister girl, if you don't have time to get pregnant, how you have time to be a mom? Right? Right, but this is what happens when older women marry younger men. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Go MGTOW before you do that. Okay, we're gonna go back to Dylan Mulvaney. I believe we are good to go. In any case, so we're gonna go to this clip really quickly. Should be this one. We'll watch it one more time and we'll talk about this thing called autogynephilia that nobody likes to bring up for some reason. So hit the refresh on it for you.
I was getting was like, oh, this girl thinks it's all about makeup, thinks it's like womanhood is all about wearing dresses. Because I didn't know anything else. I hadn't had an opportunity, babe.
Give me a minute.
Give me a year. That's my plan. The constant critique I was getting was like, oh, this girl thinks it's all about makeup, thinks it's like womanhood is all about wearing dresses. Because I didn't know anything else. I hadn't had an opportunity, babe.
Right. Okay. So moving on. For some reason, this doesn't get brought up, maybe because it makes people uncomfortable. If only people, like, there was nothing wrong with being a flamboyant theater kid. You know, there was absolutely nothing wrong with it.
It's day 198 of being a girl, and I'm on my way to get electrolysis on my beard hair. I've been doing laser hair removal for the past few months. I've done 5 sessions, and you can still see there's some hair left. So they're basically going to go in, and I think electrolysis is they go like one hair at a time and like
You got a gift. And you going to make it. Sky's the limit, baby girl.
We about to be homeless. I got a lot on the line right now.
And that's exactly what you need. Use that as fuel. Come on.
Bree, just be you. It's all the special you need.
On the come up.
Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my show. Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel. And I've been up to some interesting things over the last couple of weeks since I filmed one of these episodes, actually. Last week, I took my boyfriend Louis down to Brighton, my hometown, if you didn't know, so that I could show him a little bit more about, like, where I've come from, who I am, and where I'm going. It was actually a lovely little getaway to kind of readdress some of the things that I've been holding on to for a little while as well. Driving around Brighton, we just kind of went to some of the places that I used to hang out, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of like friends and things that I've had in my life, and it was just a really like well-rounded, lovely little experience. I've been kind of feeling a little bit in this weird place mentally recently, and it's basically every time I have my tryptophan injection. I actually missed my last dose by about 10 days, which is probably why I'm feeling so like mentally in a confusing headspace, should we say? Oh! So it was lovely to visit Brighton and see some nostalgia and also bring someone new in my life to experience who I am. With that being said, my lovelies, are you in for a new experience today? Because it's time for another episode of This Something About Miriam. This stressful, bizarre show in which... What even is the premise? The premise is in the last episode. They're going to reveal she's trans to these dating contestants. So one of the top comments on the last episode is by Sean, and they say, keep up the fight against Endemol, or whatever their name is. They're obviously ashamed of this show, but that's just tough. Things like this should be shamed openly so that it prevents any more from being produced. And I cannot agree anymore. I cannot agree more with that. I very luckily didn't actually get any issues with the last episode. That's so far. I am sure I will be battling copyright with this season and this series until the very, very final episode, and I can do a what happened after this show. Luckily, currently, as it stands, my last episode has not been affected. That doesn't mean to say that it won't be in the future. So, my lovelies, make sure you get your beverage at the ready. Today, I am on the Monster Ultra Fiesta. It is my favorite. It's kind of like a sugar-free mango. It's delicious. And are you ready to strap in and strap on to watch? There's something about this debauchery that should never have been produced. I also want you guys to know that I have a TikTok now. So please, over on TikTok, feel free to send me any videos relating to plastic surgery, relating to shocking moments in reality TV, shocking moments in America's Next Top Model, or anything like that. Feel free to send it over on TikTok. It is XXLuxeria, and maybe you will be featured in an upcoming video. It's time for episode 4, girls. Oh, even this music is ludicrous.
Explosive dating experience
Explosions,
of a
girl!
lifetime continues.
Oh my god, did we see that before?
Of a lifetime continues. We're down to...
I swear, you could get like some like creative comedy writers who are all very like double entendre, and they would never come up with the level of puns in this show.
4 hunky guys in our millionaire's mansion.
4 left. Oh yes, in the last episode, Mark got voted out of the hacienda. What are they calling it? The villa. The bloody mess is what it is. He got voted out of the mess, and he was very, how should we say it? I felt like he came across as quite a sort of unlikable person. Should we say? Should we say that? You can finally see my 100k silver plaque on display in my YouTube videos now. I think I should put it on the wall, though, at some point.
To win the heart of our gorgeous Latino model, Miriam. On offer to...
So, actually, the word Latino has been kind of spoken about quite a lot in the comments of my previous episodes here. So in this world, in 2022, I am under the full impression that Latino only refers to the masculine parts of the Spanish language, or people from Latin countries. I believe they should be using the word Latina to refer to Miriam, but I do not know whether that's production being like, she's Latino because she's a fucking... Or if they're just generally uneducated or understand that, you know, that you don't refer to everyone with a single word like that in other languages.
Very well articulated, Luxeria, truly the only librarian of our times.
A winner, a week's cruise on a luxury yacht with Miriam as company.
A luxury yacht?
£10,000
Oh, dear.
spending money.
What a hideous belt.
The highs, the lows.
Oh, that was embarrassing, man.
The jealousy.
Jealous.
The rivalry.
Oh my goodness.
The passion. One guy faces eviction every week, but this is no ordinary dating show. Because there's something about Miriam.
There's something about, yeah, she's got a degree.
I wasn't born as a girl. I was born as a man.
Lies. Not correct. They played you, sis. You were 21. So 2000. There she is, in her hotel. Beautiful. Sunglasses in the seaside. Oh my god! Also, weirdly enough, since the last episode of this show that I've put live, I have actually been parasailing with my boyfriend, which is exactly the date that they went on in the last episode of There's Something About Miriam.
It was both stunning and exhilarating.
But it was a wonderful experience. I don't really know. Does life imitate art? I wonder what sort of extreme sport we're doing this week. There's something about Miriam.
7 days ago, 6 eligible
7 days
bachelors were
already?
introduced to Miriam, a Mexican bombshell looking for love. Recruitment consultant Toby was the first to go.
Goodbye,
after failing to
Tobois.
make the right moves during his fishing date with Miriam.
Fishing
and at the
date?
last
Oh my
eviction-
god, they were fishing! Did you get that they were fishing? I don't remember them fishing. I remember them being on a boat and having a date. I didn't remember them Did they catch anything? Herpes.
This woman is dirty.
Songwriter Mark ran out of luck as
Oh,
Miriam decided that
pixelation
he
for
was
you.
next for the chop. That leaves just
The
4
chop?
boys. Tom, a 23-year-old lifeguard.
Aaron,
a 22-year-old chef.
on.
Tot, a 22-year-old martial arts instructor. And Dom, a 28-year-old Royal Marine. On
Royal
tonight's
Marine.
show, a new arrival throws the competition wide open. You've got a new
magician?
contestant. The boys get dangerously close to the truth.
Oh my
And emotions run high amongst Miriam and her suitors.
I'm getting jealous now.
Oh! The tea is scalding, sis. And that's the Darjeeling. So, I don't like the way that they were like, gets dangerously close to the truth, because that's exactly what it is, I suppose. Actually, he wasn't wrong in saying it that way, I guess, this ridiculous presenter of this ridiculous show. To say it so cavalierly is so problematic because, yes, it puts everyone in that situation in danger, because Miriam could very easily be like violently attacked, and also